So, how you,
I get it, bro.
yeah.
I'm tired, boy.
I know. I already know
I
you
was up
is.
since 6:30.
Yeah, I already know you is.
Boy.
So I was like,
Gotta get to
that's
it,
why I
bro.
thought you meant like 7 and 9. I'm like, okay, he'll just wake up early or.
So what time you thought we was gonna be doing it?
No, I knew we was gonna be doing it at this time, right around 12.
Yeah.
But I thought you meant like, okay, I thought you was gonna try to sleep in or something, or I don't know, bro.
Oh no.
Misinterpretation, I guess.
Nah, it's whatever.
But
Yeah.
nah, brother, I know you kind of, you know what I mean.
How your week been?
Uh, it's been a real, chill week. I ain't really do too much, honestly. For my cardio and stuff, my goddamn mental health, I just go play basketball.
For sure.
So.
That's great cardio, bro.
Yeah, it's great cardio.
That's what people don't understand, bro. It's different forms of cardio, bro. Like
it's I was talking to like people I work with, like you do understand, like you don't have to just run or you know what I'm saying, do like fast paced cardio for you to be like doing cardio. You do realize you can do cardio while you're working out. Like cardio is nothing but just step above or a pace above your movements that you usually do.
It's just at a more exaggerated, higher pace, bro.
That's it. And that higher pace doesn't mean you have to be fully sprinting.
No.
You could be.
That's when you burn out.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. So for my cardio and my weight loss, I just play basketball because then by the time I got done playing like 5-6 games,
oh yeah, bro,
7 games, I looked down at my Apple Watch. I done ran 3-4 miles. Like,
easily.
Oh, okay, like. So then it's just.
I done took a little break from the gym this past week. I had it's this thing they call yoga, but I forgot the scientific term of it. But the layman term of it is called yoga. But it's like when you overextend like a muscle that's connected to like your glutes area, hamstring area. So like I did that on one of my stretch classes. Like we was practicing our full split. And like I kind of nothing popped, but it's just
like
you felt that like it was
strain.
like, oh yeah, let me come back up. So since then I ain't did no yoga or stretching this past week, but
the older you get, rather the
less
the muscles.
But that's the thing. What I'm realizing, even what like my speed is increasing, because I'm a lot of people don't know I'm focused on track right now. So like the faster I get, the more I gotta stretch, but I also gotta find that fine balance of not overstretching. You know what I'm saying? So.
Cause I mean that's what happened with all them fast people. We was growing up, man. They used to be walking around my hamstring.
Oh yeah, bro. And a lot of them, cause they didn't stretch. They thought stretching was overrated.
Now they like my hamstring.
Right, bro.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I never had that problem. I wasn't that fast. So coach like, you got a cramp? Sure, yeah.
Whatever you want to get, whatever.
Cramp. I ain't never cramp up stuff like that.
But hey, man, back at it.
Yes, sir. That's crazy.
We back at it, man. Paradox Perspective. So we in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Zay. With my dog Kobe, man. We was talking earlier. We was like, what we gonna talk about? I was just like, we can talk about our experiences at college because I went to PWI. Bro went to HBCU. I went to Newberry College, and you went to North Carolina Central. Well, you went to Morgan State and North Carolina Central. So really, just I guess we can start off on what led us to get into that place of being at Newberry or at Morgan State.
We're taking them through our journey of like
for real,
how
bro.
we got here. We talked about like high school and stuff like last episode.
About to give them that journey for real.
For me, it was I always tell my mom like in high school and stuff, I'm not going to college unless it's paid for.
Yeah.
Like I just saw our circumstances. I saw, you know what I'm saying, like how we were, you know what I'm saying, dealing with financial challenges and stuff like that. So I was just like, I want to take that pressure off of you. And don't get me wrong, it maybe didn't have to be all the way paid for, but I needed majority of it, at least 50%.
You need the money on it.
I needed it. I needed it.
100.
So it was like getting to my junior year, I was like, man, I like a couple colleges looking at me, Georgia State and stuff, but they ain't never pulling the trigger.
Yeah,
so like,
we know how that goes.
Yeah, that's like a whole different thing. So it's like, all right, well, it's coming up to my junior year. No, my summer before my senior year. I'm like I said, Mama, like I'm not going to college if they ain't paying for it. She's like, all right, well, just keep on doing the football stuff. My dad was like, yeah, just be chill. You know what I mean? Like, just be chill. Make sure you're doing your football stuff. Stay on top of your schoolwork, and then everything else it'll work out itself.
100.
Right? So I did that. Trusted the process. end up having a pretty decent senior season. Like, it didn't really end the way we wanted it to. You know what I mean?
But it's funny. I was just watching our game against who was we playing? LaGrange. Our senior year against LaGrange. Our defense was.
Yeah, that.
It's like we were really stalling a lot on offense.
Yeah, like really stepping. We were stepping.
Bro, for real, bro.
And like we knew we were stepping. So then sometimes it was like it'll make our like it'll combat our.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of egos on that team too, and a lot of people. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But so boom, trickle down senior year right before signing day. Had a couple offers, couple Division I offers, couple Division II offers. Nobody really sticking with me heavy. I got a call probably a week before signing day. Coach called me, like random number called me. I picked up. I don't know. I don't never pick up random numbers now. So, but I picked up. I don't never pick up random numbers. Picked up. I'm like, hello. He like, hey, this Kobe Warrior. I'm like, yeah. Who is this? He like, you don't know who I am? No, I don't know who you are.
Sorry.
Man, this head coach, football coach, and now that I know him, I know he was just like the mind twisting, like really mind. Like, you don't know who I am? I'm the head coach of Morgan State football, man. Like, are you gonna sign with us or what? I'm like, huh? Y'all ain't even offer me no scholarship yet. Like, he's like, man, we about to get you up here. Hey, what, give me your date of birth. I'm about to get you on the plane up here. We got official visit here. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, come see the school. We know you're going to sign with us after that. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Like, I ain't doing nothing. Hung up the phone. Next week, not even next week, that weekend, I was flying up there. My mom was supposed to come with me, didn't come with me. I went on an official visit by myself. Like, just a whole bunch of, like, whirlwind.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I come back home. I always wanted to go far away from home. I always wanted to, like, get out of Atlanta. So I was like, man, I don't even know if I rock with that jump. I ain't had nobody else's opinion. So it was just mine, just based off my experience up there. I was like, man, my mom and dad both went to HBCU. I was like, fuck, why not?
Yeah.
Like, so I ended up signing there, bro. June came around, went to
camp.
I'm at HBCU, bro. Like, when I tell you, like, completely different experience, but like, because, of course, I had an older brother to go to a PWI and stuff like that, state and state. So, like, completely different experience than what he was experiencing.
Right.
Completely different experience than I thought I would be in. And coming from the area that we were in, just a whole different, like,
whole shift, bro.
Yeah. But I think for me, more so, it made me the man I am today. It made me learn a lot more lessons than I probably would have learned. At the time, I was a little bit more so not in the know of the black culture and what it meant.
Right.
And so then, like
you knew a little bit of it, but
like of course, like okay, so my family is from like a smaller town, and it's a lot of black people, like the country people, right? It's a lot of them my family, so like I understand where they're coming from, but to go out of state, still see, you know, some of the same struggles or some of the similar backgrounds, and see some people from wealthier black towns or wealthier, you know, individuals. And then we also had like foreign exchange students that came in, different type of whole different perspective of them, where they come in and they're looked at as like a part of our culture, but at the same time, they are almost looked up as higher ups in that culture because
that makes sense. Yeah, I get what
their grades
you're saying.
are a little bit, you know what I mean? Their grades are a little bit better. And when you're dealing with an HBCU, you think like, you more so think like, okay, dealing with an HBCU, you're gonna get a lot of black teachers. Some of them wasn't black. Like, some of them were other races, and it was just like I said, a whole different experience. You went from having like, you see friends and, you know, other people, like my brother, for instance, like his schedule's made. He know when he gotta eat. He know, like, he don't have to. He just He show up,
Right.
everything is kind of pretty much laid out for him. I show up, it ain't laid out. They'll tell you where to go though. It's nowhere near laid out. So first day it's like, okay, boom. You need a key card to get in your building. All right. They usually at a PWI, like especially for a student athlete, they're like, here. You gotta walk across campus, give them your ID, give them your student ID number, and then they'll give you your key card. Then you gotta walk back. And they say, oh wait, but you need a key for your room. You gotta stop at the front desk. Like, mind you, all of this stuff, like when I saw my brother go to college, like I saw him get handed this stuff. The first day he stepped on campus, he went to the dorms. They had the key card. They had the key to his room. They gave him, such and such hours to move in. Then next thing you know, all he had to do was go to the coach's office, talk to the coach. Coach had a name tag on it with all his books, clothes, everything was laid out for him.
All that.
Everything. Me, we don't even have your financial aid set up. You're going to have to go to the financial aid office. I go to the financial aid office. Talk about a line wrapped around the building. They like, you can just call us. Call them.
Not answering. I don't know it.
Straight to voicemail. Oh my goodness. What is that? Like, you think you know CP time?
Boy, I done heard about the HBCU financial.
HBCU financial aid office. Colored people time is a real thing. Like, when I tell you, like, that junk is like, then, like, it's just a whole different perspective. Like, what else is there? But it's also, like, very much so gratifying.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you see your, like, HBCU, it's homecoming time. So
this is a perfect time to speak on it.
It's a perfect time to kind of speak on it. Like,
I've been to Central homecoming, so shout out to Central. I haven't been to Morgan State homecoming, so I don't know. But
hey, listen, them two are one of the two. Both of those are underrated HBCUs, and their homecoming is something that I think everybody should experience. HBCU homecoming, if you are similar in color, even if you're not.
Yeah, it's a good vibe for everybody.
I was about to say like, look like us. Yeah. But nah, even it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter shade. It doesn't matter height, ethnicity. Go to a historically black college homecoming, and you experience some of the most love that you've ever experienced anywhere else in this world. You'll experience some of the best vibes. And by vibes, you'll just see people come together as
the atmosphere,
one. Yeah, don't really like.
Now, of course, you got the few, hooligans. You're gonna see that's everywhere though, bro.
You're gonna see the hoodlums. You're gonna see the, you know what I mean.
That's everywhere, bro.
The strays. Yeah. You're gonna see those.
The locals.
People. Yeah,
like that's
you're gonna see them, right? Because it's not just it's not a private campus, but when you also gonna see the uncles, the aunts, the grandmas coming there.
Generations.
And, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to see some people that went down the line of, like, my auntie went here. My great-great-auntie went here. Like, my great-grandma was here when the school first opened. I remember when that building was built, and that building wasn't nowhere near. That was trees over there. Like, you talk to those people, then they dressed in some of their best clothes, and they dressed in some of their most fancy, like, alumni gear, and you hear the stories of like how, I went to school and I met such and such. Like I talked to this one lady just in passing. I was with my mom, and I said, "Ooh, they've been here for a long time." Yeah. She said, she heard me say that, and she said, "I met him right here on these steps, and ever since then, he ain't been able to get rid of me." That John just make you be like, "Dang, HBCU love is real." Just was a different time. Like I said, it just it molds you, it prepares you. I can only speak on more so a little bit of the student athlete side of it. I was kind of a regular student, I'd say my first year because of my injury and stuff. But it's just, I would send my children there.
Word, for sure. Okay.
It's something that something that you have to experience to understand. And once you experience it, you get it.
Yeah.
You get it. And just by you coming to a homecoming, I'm sure you can. Every day is not like that, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sure you
just
can
get a
get
glimpse of it. Yeah.
the glimpse of
Yeah.
it, and that's like the highlight part of it. Like even when you take, for instance, Dion down there in Jackson, all he got to do is some of these top recruits just bring them to a homecoming.
Facts.
Like Travis Hunter was sold on a homecoming.
Yeah, that's true.
Like come down here on homecoming.
Yeah.
I promise you, you don't got to worry about nothing. Just come down on it. Like people plan their whole years around that. Like just come down here on homecoming. That's gonna sell you in itself. You got the people. The food is great. The vibes is great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. So yeah,
me
going. Of course, me going to PWI is completely different. But it's still similarities in some points. So, like, of course, we was just talking about I played football as well. I had other schools I was kind of looking at, but Newberry wasn't too far from the crib. It was this other school that was super far up north, like farther north than the more. I can't remember what. It was St. Anselm or something like that. I forgot what state it was in, but I just know snow was involved, and I was just like, I don't know. But yeah, the recruiting process was funny, especially with me being at cornerback in my height. It was just kind of off rip. I was like behind the 8 balls, like so. I'm playing the chips I'm dealt. You know what I'm saying? But I get to Newberry. I visit Newberry College, and of course, you know how it go when you go on them visits. Like the coach is real smooth to you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This man told me, you don't know who I am. Like how I'm supposed to know who he was.
Yeah, bro. The coach is real smooth to you. They butter you up and all that, and make you.
How you doing?
Yeah,
son?
bro. You know how that goes. So I kind of felt a little. Not to say the love wasn't there as a whole at Newberry, because it still is, bro. That's and my people's out there, but just like coaching staff and per se, it was just kind of. But I get down there. Fall. I reported in August. I reported a little bit later than you. But I ended up a true freshman that year. Like I remember I played the first game Citadel, so it was just my tenure at Newberry College football wise was just so weird because I came in a true freshman and it's just like they wanted to give me that leeway, but they kept trying to pull. I was like, you gotta let me go again. If you gonna keep my red shirt there. Don't burn my red. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was true fan. And the thing about it in D2, like once you play one play, your red shirt gone.
Yep.
Like D1 is kind of different. I think it's like a certain number of plays, but
it was back then. It was you had to be under. It was like a couple plays a game.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
but D2 is like
as soon as you
just
touch
one
the field,
play. It could be special.
I'm about to say it could be like punt return.
Yes,
punt.
it's up. But yeah, I went to D2 Newberry College in South Carolina. So yeah, that's kind of the football aspect of it. But just like
talk about the
kind of experience. Like the experience was interesting because like y'all more so would probably like go to house parties and whatnot or like kickbacks.
Yeah.
In Newberry, it was more so like people hitting up the bars, and that's new for me. Like the bar, and people like, bro, you coming to the bar? I was like, that's not really my thing, but I mean, I'll go. Like, I'll go, I guess, bro. But I mean, they have it. It'll be jumping, but it just wasn't my environment. And another thing I do got to address, like just being around a bunch of white girls, that was new for me, bro. Like that's. I do love my black queen, so it was just kind of like and a lot of them in South Carolina, that grew up in that area, well, not necessarily grew up in that area, but that went to school in Newberry, they kind of came up around, I guess, dating a lot of white girls or being around them, so it wasn't really new for them. So
it was normalized.
Yeah, so when I would be kind of around them, kind of be standoffish, they'd be like, "Bro, why you ain't?" I was like, "Bro,
I have no experience in that field, bro.
Like it was white girls who was cool with at high school, but it wasn't never like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not that you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? But you don't have much experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like, if I don't have much experience, I may come off as.
Exactly. Then, it's a whole narrative around like it's history behind that narrative. So it's just you gotta play your cards safe, especially your freshman in a new state.
Sure.
It's like, hey, bro.
Just trying to get.
You know what I'm saying? So
I was real timid my freshman year too, though. I'm not even necessarily timid, just real.
Yeah. So, the bars was something new for me. I'll say this, bro, and I even just tying this back to like the football aspect. Newberry College, everybody that went to Newberry, well, most people that went to Newberry, especially that play football, they say like Newberry is kind of like a 4-year JUCO, bro.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a 4-year JUCO.
That's crazy,
bro.
Because that's what they'll say about Morgan.
Bro, it's crazy because
It's
I'm
like
looking
a
at these.
stepping stool
Yeah,
school.
bro, I'm looking at these schools that was on Last Chance U. I'm like, that's
very similar to what
bro.
I'm doing.
I'm very similar, like minimal gear, like you know what I'm
I'm about
saying?
to say, okay, keep going.
Yeah, minimal gear.
Cafeteria food is the same every week. They haven't changed anything.
Come on, bro.
Keep going. You want to keep going? Minimal
treatments is
I'm about
like
to say minimal training staff. Ice it, put some ice on it. Here goes some ibuprofen.
Dog,
get out of
bro.
here.
Bro. Oh my, but it was a struggle, bro. So I'm not saying D1 players got it made, but they have those facilities to keep them at their tip top game. You know what I'm saying?
But shoot, if you want to take it as far as like, take it outside of football, right? I would say higher level schools or schools with more attendance rates and stuff like that. Y'all have more at y'all disposal,
right?
Right? Like if you go to a Power 5 school, and what people don't understand, like those bigger schools, the bigger name schools, you have more. Even as a regular student, there's more resources for you.
Yeah.
And now the difference is it's not as personalized. So you could find a tutor, right? If you find a tutor and they're a couple, classes ahead of you, but they understand it better. They might be able to help you throughout your whole tenure.
Right.
But talk about like the resources as far as like the capacity of what do I say? The capacity of those tutors, the numbers of those tutors, the amount of tutors that are there at your disposal for different classes and different ways to do things. It's nothing like, it doesn't even compare to like you said, Division II school or FCS school.
Even that FCS, FBS is
like that
that's
junk is completely different. Like when I tell you like at Morgan, and I don't mean to cut you off, but at Morgan, brother, like when we was like we had this small little study hall room, right? That really was like a closet almost.
Yeah.
Where they watch us do homework. And we supposed to be able to go in there. We didn't have tutors. When I first got there, we didn't have tutors. We supposed to go in there where Wi-Fi slow, not get on our phones, and do homework without going to sleep. My problem was every time I go in there, y'all can have my phone. I don't care. I don't want to be on my phone. I don't even care about the phone. What you're not going to stop is me going to sleep. It's got this cozy little. I knew it. It's this cozy little, like, it ain't too hot, it ain't too cold. I'm in here, I done came out from workout.
Over with, bro.
So, keep going on your experience, brother.
Bro.
Keep going on your experience. Because you were an entrepreneur at Newberry.
I was. So I'm so I can go ahead and jump to that. So, like, it was the summer of 2020. Well, April of 2020 when I started 2020 Visions. My first sales was in Atlanta. I was driving around. Shout out to everybody who bought the first shirt. Like, I was driving around. I was up in Kennesaw.
I got the first shirts.
Hey, bro, I was in Kennesaw, Lawrenceville. My first orders, I was hand delivering them. You know what I'm saying? So people in Newberry, they were seeing it. And I had got like 20, 25 pre-orders from folks in Newberry. Yeah. So just off of that, like, I'm coming in hot. Before I even get to the hoodies, we still on shirts.
Yeah.
So I'm coming in hot already. It was so crazy. Bro, it's so crazy because everything worked out in alignment in that semester. Because I was supposed to have a roommate that semester. And he ended up not coming to campus so I'm like, oh, I'm about to get it, bro. Like, what? So I had put the beds together, bro. You
come on, king size.
Come on.
King
You gotta put the
sizes.
little thing right there,
Come
so
on now.
the gap in right there. So
come on now.
yeah, so I had the bed right there.
I don't know about that. Hey, look, that's king size
Hey,
living
bro,
right
we
there.
gonna get to that, man.
Bro, listen, when I tell you, somebody coming that jump, see them beds put together.
Oh yeah, you having your way.
Just know you having your way. Like,
Oh God.
You know
So
what
I had the heat press in there. I had like my room looked like a war room for real.
Yeah.
Like I had the box of hoodies, I had shirts, I had packages.
Yeah.
I had drink pouches because you remember I was selling drinks too. I was selling the drinks, the lemonade, bro. So I was real deal, like, bro. I was real deal, like, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. And you know what was so dope was like, you know, some of the young ladies that I was talking to at the time, like they'll come in there and help sometimes. They'll fold some shirts. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all live.
Yeah.
But they'll come in to fold some shirts, you know what I'm saying? Help you boy out.
We was really just calling each other like, hey, what you doing?
Hey, facts, like, hey, bro. Fact, cause we both was trying to graduate in December.
What you doing? Then he was letting me know about all his endeavors outside, you know what I'm saying? Football and just like, shit, man, we just trying to graduate.
Bro, I'm telling you. Because they were trying to keep me to another semester. I'm like, bro, no.
This is the point. I was over more. I'm trying to graduate. I'm trying to
code,
Tay.
Right, bro. We was on that tight time.
He like, man, let's dig it out. Let's do that. We just checking up on each other.
I'm telling you, bro.
At this point.
And then, what else?
But so, like, okay, so as far as you being at a PWI, right? Mm-hmm. And then you having an entrepreneurial mindset, was there a point where the per se black community of the PWI was like kind of like gravitating towards
they was rocking with me heavy, and that's one thing I had loved about it, because I do want to speak on this one issue that I see at a lot of PWIs. Now it wasn't just mine. It's like it will be black students on campus, but they'll be very standoffish to the other black. It's like they'll be complaining about campus not being lit, but they'll never go out. You know what I'm saying? They'll be beefing over a dude. They'll be beefing over a chick. Like, it'd be little petty beef that break up the already small black community in PWI. You know what I'm saying? So what I loved about is my hoodies and my shirts and the products I was selling was starting to able to bring people together, just because, like, oh, you got a hoodie? Bro, hey, bro, because the people like, bro, when you drop that hoodie, I was like, bro, I just dropped it. Like, bro, put me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, bro, so it was my first, and still to this day, when I see people out just casually wearing, I'm like, oh, shit, I made that, bro.
Yeah,
just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like
bro, it kind of throw me off a little bit, because I'm 3 years in, so I'm not new to it, but it's still, it's gratitude and appreciation towards it. So just little stuff like that, bro. It definitely started migrating towards, and even like, you know, people of other races and cultures. It's just because it was the way I was the only one on campus with apparel brand. It was another young lady. And she came a long way. She started doing her thing too. But I was kind of like, I think I was kind of
a little bit different.
Hers, it was more so catered to women. So she, you know what I'm saying. But I was kind of more so, I was about to be out the door anyway. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So then it really didn't.
Yeah, but now that's a big thing. Definitely, like, I think people that look like us at PWIs, like, really start trying to build that community, like start up like black unions or whatnot. Like, y'all be beefing over little small stuff. It's just, bro, it's already ain't that many of us on here, and people who complain about their campus not being lit, go to the events that they're having, and maybe the event will get lit. If nobody show up because they trying to see, who gonna be there? How about everybody just go?
Yeah, then we'll just see if we like it. Like, it started.
Yeah.
So I had, you know, we got a cousin that, you know, famous in the track world, right? Mm-hmm. He at Georgia Tech.
Oh, he hit me up to come on the show too. I forgot to tell you that, bro. I've been he been.
But why did he even hit you up?
I don't know. He replied on the little Gesture spot. He had filled that in. So I been meaning to tell you that for a minute. Like, he filled that out a while back. But I don't know why he never hit you up though.
He's a weirdo.
Shout out Bradley, bro.
Yeah. So Bradley ended up. I'm random day, right?
Yeah.
Random summer day this past summer. I'm just in the city. I'm like, man, what's up?
When you went up to Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I'm like, what's up? What you doing? I was like, let me take you out to lunch or something like that. Mind you, new day and age, new athletes, they got the money.
Right.
So I'm like trying to be the big cousin, like, hey, bro, like, let me take you out. Let's go get some. He's like, I ain't got much time. I'm in between study hall and going to workout and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, we can just get something in the cab, but like, you know what I'm saying? I want to treat you, you know what I'm saying? Just spend some time, talk to you when So, long story short, we ended up getting something to eat. And he was like, yeah, let me take you to, I'm trying to remember what it was called. He said, let me take you to something. And it was just like an organization type of thing. And I was like, all right, man, I'm thinking you're talking about like a place.
Right.
But I want to shout out Georgia Tech because they have a organization or they're PWI that has an organization or a club or some sort of, more so like an organization that has it's not blacks only, but it's like culturally diverse
100.
club
Gotcha.
for different ethnicities and different races besides the predominantly white school that they're in to have sit down and lunch, like sit down and eat, interact with each other, and that's just like, to me, that's you as a black person or as a person that went to an HBCU. If I were to transfer to a PWI, that's something I would be wanting to be in. That's something, like you said, why are y'all not invested in that? Y'all say y'all want some lit stuff. Y'all say y'all want to be,
bro.
you know what I mean? Yes, y'all say, oh, it's not this, that, and the third. Like, why create that?
When it's there,
culturally,
like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Like, why would you want to create that cultural divide? I'm sorry, that cultural divide as far as like, oh, we ain't got this. But then you don't show up.
You don't show it. That'd be my thing. Like, when it be there, you don't go
you don't
to
utilize
it. You know what I'm saying?
They sat here and made you know what I mean? They sat here and made a whole organization for y'all. And I was proud just to see people in there, in the organization, interacting and sitting down having lunch. Mind you, this is summertime, so nobody really on campus. So I can only imagine when it is, like, you know what I mean, all the students are on campus. But just seeing that for me was like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're acknowledging that there is some sort of organization or some sort of divide in the cultures, and they have something for this culture to make them feel included in the whole school. So shout out Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, and shout out my cousin for just being a part of it and
100.
knowing about it and being, I don't even want to say he a track star, but at the same time, a socially acceptable person, a socially inclined person, for being him going like, hey, yeah, because like we finna go sit over here,
he
bro.
Good. He good.
Yeah, like I know you from HCC, I know you want to be around people.
100.
I'm like, man, look, brother. One thing about it, two things for sure, I can adapt to any room that I'm in, and I kind of like being in those rooms.
Same.
I'm different.
Yeah.
Because
automatically people are already like inquisitive about you.
Yeah, then it's like how you get in here, and then as soon as
I'll show you how.
As soon as you speak to me, I'm gonna show you how I got in here.
I'm telling you.
So even like other places, I know coming straight out of college, I was interviewing for things, and interviewing for different jobs, and of course they see your school on the resume and stuff like that, right? And they think, oh, okay, you just transfer schools and got one degree. But then they started to talk to me, and it was like, oh,
you one of them.
It's a reason why you sitting in the seat.
Yeah.
Like, and then they start to have that dialogue with you, and it's not just that I'm educated in that area, but I'm educated in life as well. I'm educated in business.
You're not just book smart.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not reciting. You know what I mean?
And that's
from a book.
Yeah, and that's I'm gonna let you get back to it. I'm just speak on this real quick. A lot of people when they get degrees, they think, oh, like I know everything. Your degree does not define your intelligence.
No,
it just represents how you are able to remember things and put it back onto a paper or onto a test. Like, it doesn't really define your intelligence or your level of, you know what I'm saying?
That segue into kind of what we wanted to speak on today as well, is the education system.
Yeah.
Because, excuse me, the education system that we have now is just, like you said, a memory game.
That's it, bro.
It's just more so a memory.
That's it.
I remember,
and they teach you. It starts from the ground level too, bro. It's just.
I remember when just growing up and coming through the education system. Now, what was it? 16 years plus of going through education. It showed me that if you can remember it, you don't ever have to learn it.
That's it, bro. Most people, they don't remember it. They don't. They can't tell you.
There's no retention to it.
That's what I'm looking for. They can't tell you majority of the stuff that they learned throughout their years of school, bro.
You can't.
They just learned it for that moment.
For that moment. There's no retention to it. So I would say just our education system more so focuses on the results. So they focus on the A's, the B's. Yeah, and they're focused on that, but we're not focused on any retention of information.
Yeah, cause what does the A's and the B's matter if our students aren't really excelling and learning and going out into the world and making a change? Like, yeah, they getting A's and B's. You know what I'm saying? They getting A's and B's, but that's not our A's and B's really translating into the real world. Now, critical thinking skills, where there's no set answer, but you're making them and you're allowing them to come up with their own answers based off of their thought process. That's a whole different story, because you're not slapping a grade on that. You like, tell me what you think about it.
I want to know what you think. Yeah. I want to know how your brain is churning. There's so many different ways of education, so many different ways of learning. Like you got the cognitive learners. You got the
thank you. Spit.
Like you got, you know what I mean? You got the people who learn via like audio, via
visual learners, all that, bro. It's different type of learners.
You got people that could just sit down and literally read and they know it.
Yeah.
I was never one of those people. So when they used to send me home with stuff to read, I'm not gonna ever be able to do it. You got people that are imitation learners. So you do it and they can imitate exactly what you did. So it's different ways, but
trying to group everybody into one form of learning, it's not gonna work like that.
It never works like that. And so it wasn't until I got into the mastery level of learning where my professor literally, like the doctor, his name is Dr. Osler. He showed me that, like, Kobe, I don't want you to get A's. Like, I can care less about you. I'm like, you realize you're trying to break down the past 14 years of me learning. Like, he's like, I want you to understand. I want you to retain. I want you to implement these things. So then he broke it down into 4 sections. And then he broke those 4 sections into 4 more sections. You got the reading phase, so where you read it, right? So he break these sections down to. So let me break it down.
Yeah.
So he got the 4 sections, and then he break those 4 sections into 4 sections. So the first section is reading. So we read the chapter. When we read whatever we're gonna learn. So if you a visual learner, not necessarily a visual learner, but if you're more so a reader that's very good and can interpret things that way, then you've already learned it.
Right.
But then you got to go ahead and then do a exercise on it. So then now we're doing an exercise where whatever you read, you implemented that into an exercise. And then once you get the exercise phase, then you could do a project on it. So now we've done a project on it. We've read it. We've done an exercise. We've done a project on it. Now we can test to see if you really learned it. If you didn't learn it, then we can go back and go through the same 3 phases before that and see where we lost you at. And so
reverse engineer that process to see what. Yep.
So then on that same subject, right? Now that's the first phase. So the first phase of that is literally you grasping the surface level of that area, like that surface level of that subject. Now we take you on to the next level of it. You want to end with an apex level of understanding of what
you don't want to peak in the middle of the semester, and I dig that.
So he broke it down to me like that, right? And that was just for like the higher level learners, like those people are in college and starting to learn. But where you lose people at is you try to get them to read it, right? You get them to test it, not test it. You get them to do a project on it, and then you test them, and then they remember these first 2 steps, right?
Yeah.
And then you didn't repeat the process.
Exactly.
Or you didn't tell them, okay, that's just the first level. That's just the base level.
Right.
So, yes, we're moving along our students at a faster pace or a competitive pace.
Yeah, bro.
We are, right?
What are we getting out of it, though,
They didn't gain anything.
You know what I'm saying?
There was no, like I said, retention of information. There was no implementation into that in their everyday lives. So, it's certain stuff that I've learned probably way back in high school that is now just being implemented in my life.
Got you.
I didn't see it until now. But at the same time, did I retain information from them? I'm thinking when I implement it in my life, I'm thinking I'm relearning something. I'm not relearning. I think I'm learning it from the first time, but I'm really just relearning it.
Yeah, full loop. Yeah, it's full circle.
At what point do we say, hey, like, let's get these children to go ahead and slow their thinking process down?
Because what it's doing is it's basically getting you trained for the work system. Because that's all it's doing. That's all it's doing is training you to the work system at from a young age. Because like we said, we was in the school system for like 16 years, and for most of those years it was learn this. I'm gonna test you on it. Do it this way. The instructions are this way, and if you do it a certain different way, but you still get the same answer, I'm still gonna take points. I might give you half credit.
I didn't ask you to do it. I didn't ask you to do it.
You know what I'm saying? So
but it's like you said, why?
Yeah.
Because they're learning. They're teaching you to learn like this, so that when you get in the workspace, right?
So your
boss gonna tell you to do it this way.
Yep.
Okay. He gonna teach you how to do it this way, and this is the way he want it done, and it's gonna get you this result. If you do it any other way, but still get the same result, it's not how he taught you.
Right.
So therefore, there's detractors.
Right.
There's like, I didn't like that.
Facts.
Because it's not how I taught you. I know that you're going to get this result every time. Now, if you do it a certain other way, you may get this result or something better in the workspace.
And so some bosses don't like that, you know what I'm saying?
So then there's your individuality coming in. Then there's room for progress.
Exactly.
And
so
they
now,
don't want the room for
so now that's what we have to act. Is the school system designed for workers or for visionaries?
More so for workers.
And as our community, which one do we need more in these times? Workers or visionaries?
Yeah, we need visionaries.
Because we looking at AI and technology, they gonna take half of the jobs. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna need some sort of creativity. You're gonna need some sort of solution-based people.
Telling you
that are quick on their feet.
Yeah,
like they're gonna have to know these things, because if we're saying that a system may or may not believe for us, right, or not believe but think for us, then we're sitting here saying that we're gonna be able to have to think outside of that computerized system,
right?
That analyzed system. You're gonna have to think different thoughts.
We have to, because we're in a different time period, bro. You have to. We can't keep doing the same thing.
So now we're gonna have to angle it a certain way, and
bro, it's deep, bro. This really could go deep, bro. Because let's think about it, right? Because there's other things I want to speak on with the college part, but this really,
we just
you know what I'm saying? Because it especially with the kids. Because I remember my mom was telling me one time, like the student was it was something about Martin Luther King, and like it was his worksheet, and he had wrote Martin Luther King's dream didn't come true. Deep, right? So the teacher told him, "Oh no, that's not correct." Is it not though?
That is correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you can't even.
That's my point.
That conclusion
at that young age. So at that young age, we're cutting off their perspective at the root.
You cutting off his freedom.
You know what I'm saying? Your creativity is your freedom. Your thinking power is your freedom. So when we cut that at that young age, and then we get mad at them when they get older and they follow the same routes that everybody else been doing, like, oh, you just doing what everybody else doing. You stop their individuality at a young age.
At what, 8?
You know what I'm saying? So
he said it didn't come true.
Bro, I'll never forget that when she told me that. I'm just like, what did he say wrong?
What did he say wrong?
So it's just little stuff like that, bro. We gotta start really analyzing.
But see, then that's what I'm saying. How as a person that says you like love education or you love thinkers, right? Or like education is your profession, so you're a professor or something like that. How can you sit there and tell him he's wrong?
Because it doesn't go with the guidelines and the answers you want.
But how
I get what you're saying.
How is
I don't know.
As a person that preaches education, that's what your livelihood
100.
is. How can you sit here and say that his thought process was wrong? How can you even sit here and try to guide him to any other thought process? Because that person right there, whether people know it or not, that person right there, that young individual right there, is thinking on a different level and a different frequency that can get you a different result.
And that's why I keep trying to tell people about these young kids, bro. They're different, bro. This is not like
if he
we can't keep
just said this,
bro. We can't try to teach them and train them up how we've done in the past. We gonna fumble this generation. We already fumbled damn near our generation, like the teens right now.
I agree.
This younger generation, bro, we gotta go about a different way, even from parenting to because that's where the education really starts from parenting. So from the parenting to into the school is we gotta take it from different angles, bro. We keep attacking or taking on things from the same angle and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. Like doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results, but expecting something different.
But expecting something different.
I don't get it.
So I got a quote from Jane Vella, and basically she says, the means to education is dialogue. So the conversations that we're having. The end is learning. So by us having dialogue, we're trying to learn something. Yeah. So we want the end result
getting to a point,
learning, right? But the purpose for education is peace.
100.
So in order for us to be at peace, we first have to have a dialogue. So stopping that young man from saying Martin Luther King's dream didn't come true is stopping the dialogue right there.
That's right. Then you should have been asking, why do you think that? Not
that's the first thing you should have asked.
I'm telling you, bro, that should have been the first thing.
So that you can have the dialogue, so that you can get his perspective, he can get in yours.
Yeah.
And then we want to get to a place where we're learning. So now I want to learn what you learned or what information you interpreted or sought out to gain that perspective.
Facts.
And then once we learn why you thought that way and why I think this way, we'll have
now we can converge and see where we can
peace of mind.
Yeah.
And so
and the reason I don't
go ahead, bro. No, go ahead.
And I was just gonna say the reason why I think we don't do that enough with the youth is because we think they never have anything valuable to say, and that's where we're losing it, bro. It's just thinking that they're kids and
I think it scares us to have those type of conversations.
Bro, I'm just like, bro, there's so many
things.
And
especially in our culture, I think we so scared to have those conversations. Bro, what they consider the adult conversations.
Yeah, bro, and it's because we've accustomed, we've adapted this mentality of thinking whatever the adult says is right. The things kids say they don't really the things kids say don't really have much of value, or their kids can when it comes to creativity and imagination, they're at the highest because they're new to this world, so they're not bounded by worldly rules and these different things. They have their space of creativity. You know what I'm saying? They're not boxed in because as you go along in his life, it continues to box and continues to shape you.
Responsibilities, different type of perspectives, other people's dreams. Yeah, bro. Because at the end of the day, we in a government and a society that was someone's dream. It was someone's perspective. This is not your. If you would have woke up and been the first person alive, you think you would have created the government by yourself?
Come on,
probably not. Right? You would have been living your dream and what you see the world as.
Exactly.
That's what kids do.
And we gotta allow them to
do that.
Speak on that because bro, so much I don't learn. Because I don't think I told you I had visited Decatur High School. They had this 11 Alive teen event, and I'm telling you, bro, like I was so impressed by just the way they was speaking. I'm like, why aren't we listening to them more? And what I realized is it wasn't just the ones on the stage that was intelligent. Even the ones in the crowd too. Like, bro, they probably just as intelligent. Those are just the ones that's doing the show. So I'm like, bro, we gotta start listening to them, bro, because they having something to say and they're much more intelligent than they get credit for. Because we gotta think they're growing up in the age of information. How can they not be intelligent? Even the ones that's not even the most intelligent is still somewhat intelligent.
Information at
their fingertips, bro.
Like it hasn't left.
You know what I'm saying?
We had to go search for it in
books,
bro. In libraries.
Exactly.
Our parents had to go look for it in older people.
Right, bro. So and another thing we gotta understand is their algorithms is gonna be different from ours because they have different interests being at a young age. So we can learn things from them that's coming up, that's rising with them as they grow because it's things that rose with us as a generation. So the things that's rising with them as a generation, we need to be looking at that and learning like that. Whether it's the music, the arts, anything like.
I'm about to say any creative aspects because think about you as a child, you were so free. Like everything you did was free.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have to worry about what you was gonna eat.
Tell me,
really
bro.
Have to, like, and I'm speaking for people that didn't really, grow up faster than they should.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Some people have.
We understand that.
So you didn't have to worry about what you were gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to. You worried about the things that intrigued or piqued your interest.
Yeah.
So you went outside. I wonder why these trees look like.
Yeah.
That. So then now these kids can just go type it in their computers, type it in their laptops, and understand why. But then they could challenge it at the same time.
Facts.
Well, they say it's supposed to be this, but I'm looking at this tree and it looks different.
Yeah.
So then you can hear them and gain a perspective from them because they're free to do those things.
Exactly, bro.
Whereas you may be more so worried about how you're gonna pay the bills. You're gonna be worried about the different responsibilities you have. But when you talk about the creative process, the creative
expansive, bro.
It's as a child you're so free because the world is what you make.
Yeah, because just think about when we were kids, bro. There's so many things.
The dream,
you know what I'm saying?
Living a dream, bro. Like you really wake up every day and be like.
You still trying to, in a sense, you still trying to navigate and figure out this world because you still fairly new. Like from that 0 to 7, like even 8, 9 is still you pretty new, bro. So you still learning new things.
Even talking to my nieces and nephews, I just be like,
bro,
they stress me out. Cause I be like, huh?
Bro, the stuff.
And it's like, what?
Bro, the stuff Jewel be talking about sometimes, I'm like, bro, they so intelligent,
It's like. How do you even know about it?
Because when she came here and looked at the sun, she said, oh, that's a brain and eyeball. I said, yeah, like, it is.
Wow.
Like, it is, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I understand the value that they bring. And until we as a collective understand the value that the youth brings, we're not going to get to that pinnacle that we want to get to. Because I think, in my opinion, I think that's what advanced is China and those countries over there. They listen to their youth. They spend time with their youth. They invest in what their youth is interested in. They're not just telling, oh, no, do it like this and this and that. That's why they're creating these different creative things because maybe one kid is like, no, I see it different this way. Okay, why do you see it that way? I'm not just going to take it for face value just saying you see it that way. I'm going to ask you why and how you arrived there. Because then once we get to that point,
I may have a little bit more of I say I might have a different perspective of how you got to that. Don't get me wrong, you may have gotten to that, but then one of the steps that got you to that point, I may know a little bit more about it, so then we could delve into something else.
But we want to know how to get to that unless we really dissect it and see, okay, that point right there, let me introduce that to you. You know what I'm saying? But if we never had that conversation, we can't even pick out the intricate details.
Dialogue.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Dialogue.
So it get real deep, bro. Like we just took these folks on a whole.
Yeah, we did take them on a trip today.
And it could go even deeper than that. But we could probably spin back to the college era. So like, what did you have any like wild parties you went to, or wild experiences, or like drama or anything like that or such?
As far as college, I had a lot of drama. What the HBCU is like going to high school times 2. Really.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's what, and it's funny because Newberry felt like a big high school, bro. That's because the campus is so small. It just everybody campus, business, bro.
Right, small campus. The way that we all kind of got along, or I would say all kind of like interact with each other is by saying, hey, you heard?
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Facts,
you know what I mean? You around some friends like, hey, you heard such and such did such and such?
Bro, that's...
It's like, yeah, cool, but what we about to, like, you know what I mean?
God.
But so, it was like a high school experience, so drama was always around.
Yeah.
Even as me personally, I was one of those people that try to stay out of drama, but
it'll find you, bro.
Like,
I was the same way.
Like, it literally would find me. And, like, at that point, I was so, like, I was a person that was, like, I really wanted to be so much far ahead of drama. So I would, like, if I had a problem or somebody had a problem with me, first thing I'm going to do is probably go to them and nip it in the butt. Like, let's go ahead and get on top of it. Because I don't want nobody else saying such and such, such and such, this, that, and the third. Right. And then I always, like, even the teammates / friends that I had, like, the group, I was always around, like, a couple guys. And anytime they had a problem with me or anytime they had any, heard anything about me, they'd come to me. Right. Like, come ask me first. So I would say that part was good. As far as, like, the experience still, got some friends that I still talk to this day. Like, I'm still in some group messages. Right. That was, I left Morgan, 2020? Beginning of 2021? So that's like 2-3 years ago. Okay. So that was, like, I still have some friends that I talk to this day, like, check up on, call, see how you doing, stuff like that. I would say wild parties. You did ask about wild parties. I take it back to my college days, though. Like, I was one of them person, like, people, I was with my group of people, like, it was like 4 of us, right? Like, it was really, like, real close. Like 4 or 5 of us. Me, my friend, they played O-line, my running back friend, man. We started being bouncers at the club, like, mind you, like, bouncers at the club in Baltimore.
I forgot about that, bro.
Like, wow, like, when I tell you very, very, like, wow. Trying to be a
If you've
bouncer.
never been to Baltimore, you don't understand how wild that is to be a bouncer in Baltimore, bro. I forgot about that, bro.
So, like, one night, we at the club, they like, hey. And mind you, like, rappers coming in there and come perform, like Jada Young and Kane one time. There's a couple other, like, you know what I mean, like, lower list rappers, but they came, they showed love. So, one night, I think it was the Jada Young concert. It's like, man, like, the OG, like, security guards, like, he was trying to prepare us, like, hey, look, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a wild night. Yeah. So they was always trying to teach us, like, little tips to make more money throughout the night.
Got you.
But mind you, it's Baltimore, Maryland. So before the night even started, I'm going to tell you how the night even get popping off. Like, you got people already trying to come in the club early. It's like 7, 8. Club don't open till like 10. Yeah. So you got people trying to come in, they lining up early or whatnot. It's a whole, like, it gets popping early. It's a whole frantic. Police show up and everything, like I'm like, what's going on? Yeah. Like, at this point, I go inside the club. I'm just chilling. Like, I don't know what's going on outside. Man, I go outside to security guards now. I'm a big male, right? I'm a college football player. Right. This nigga like 6'7", fat, like, you know, typical bouncer at the club. I'm like, bro, what just happened? Like, you know what I mean? I ain't from down here, so I don't know what y'all got going on. Like, why the police are... He was like, yeah, well, we knew it was gonna be kind of like a big night at the scene and whatnot, and we knew, you know, rival gangs was gonna be coming in, trying to come in at the same time. So we went ahead and just did a sweep of the area. We got a parking deck on top. I got parking, like, spots on top of the club. Some rival gang member went and hid an AK-47 underneath the tire of a car that they parked there a week ago.
What?
I said, huh? He said, yeah. Like, he went and hid, like, under the wheel well. We did a sweep. Like, you know what I mean? We brought the dogs here. He hid an AK-47. So he was going to get on top of the building and wait till they came out of the club and just get to it.
That's wild.
And the crazy part is, you want to know the wildest part, right? they knew who, like, around who did it, right?
Oh, word.
They knew who car was. They called him up and said, bro, come get this junk, bro. You can't do it. Like, you told him to come get this.
First name base.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they said, yeah, we knew about who it was because we know the rival gang members. We know who they be on, like, what they be on. Like, he's like, yeah, we just told him to come get it, bro. Like, he could keep his junk. Like, and move the car. And then, so then the night keep going on, you know, he like, yeah, you know, this, mind you, this about like my third, fourth week doing it, so I'm getting kind of comfortable.
Yeah.
Never got the real bar. It usually was just college kids that we was doing. So, like, it was real easy to kind of like, hey, bro, you can't smoke in the club. Like, if you want to smoke, you got to give me $40. Like, mind you, that's how people get their cap. The security guards. Yeah, you could do that type of stuff. Don't give them the money. I just put y'all on game. Back then, I was one of the ones trying to get your cap. Like, hey, it's gonna be like $40 smoking here, bro. Or if you pat them down, they got a lighter, and then you see, you know, they got their weed on them or whatnot. Like, oh, it's gonna be $60 to bring that in, bro.
Need that 1 year. Need.
That's how I'm coming home, $300-400. Mind you, the club is only paying me like $100. I'm coming home with an extra $300-400 on top of that. Like, you want to bring that in, brother? So then I try to do it. Mind you, the locals out that night. So it's like, I try to hit one on them. Mind you, they're like, hey, young Code, go tell that man he can't smoke in here. I'm like, yeah, I want me to hit him with the, you know what I'm saying, so I can get paid. He like, nah, just tell him, like, we ain't gonna allow no smoking in here tonight. I'm young and dumb.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, they said we can't smoke in here tonight. Hey, yo, dummy, this man just said I can't smoke and I just paid $100 just to smoke it. Man, hey, yo, dummy, get this. He said he ain't not. He gave y'all $100 not to smoke it. Oh, yeah, leave him alone then. Don't worry about it. What? I said, so y'all ain't gonna go, y'all don't want to go up there and tell him. Nah, man, we know him for real. We just wanted to see if he was gonna go do that. I said, all right, bet. That night I knew, like, AK-47s, then they had to turn
too much going on,
man,
bro.
what? They had to turn one dude around 3 times because he tried to sneak his strap in the club 3 different ways. First one, they felt it on his hip. Like, all right,
that's a Key and Peele skit, bro.
They like, all right, bro, go back to the guy. Go back to the car. Just put it in your car. All right, bet. He come back. Now he got boots on. Now he got the 38 hiding in the boots. They like, hey, bro, why you change shoes? Let me feel right there. You got a 38 snub nose down here, bro. Go back to the car. They're like, all right, bro. And this time he didn't try to bring the knife in the back pocket. He like, bro, you can't get a weapon in here. Do you want to go inside or what?
Bro, it's not modern warfare in here, bro. Bro is not going, bro.
He said, do you want to see?
Like, do you want to come in here, bro?
Do you want to come in or not? He's like, every time you go, I'm going to check you even harder. So now I'm going to shake your pants a little bit more. I'm going to check your sleeves. I'm going to get you to do this. Like, so that junk was like a real deal meal.
Bro said, do you want to come in here, bro?
He said, bro, do you want to get in the club or not? I know you're shawty in there. Like, I seen you be coming.
Oh, man, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's hilarious, dog.
And so then, like, that junk was just funny. Like, it was a whole bunch of, like, it was also drama because, like, one of my little shorties was working at the club at the time. So then that's even more, like.
Oh, yeah, chick drama college.
Yeah, so it was just, like, a lot going on.
Chick drama college is different, bro.
Yeah. That's another thing.
Please.
Oh, man.
I got to get to mine, too, so don't worry.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like some crazy junk that happened in college. Besides like some people walking in or like my room. I'm from the.
You had the spot to where everybody come through.
I wouldn't even say the spot to where everybody come through. Okay, so at HBCU and really Morgan State before they did the fix the dorms, like now they got a whole different type of dormitory style. It's 8 of us that live in a pod,
right?
2 to a room. So mind y'all, I got what is the new freshman. So I got the ones from Florida. I got the ones from I got everybody, like my whole little freshman class.
All right.
And it's like I'm not with the lames. I ain't gonna say the lames, but I'm not with like the ones that's not having women.
Right.
Like, I'm with the ones
The
that's having
ones,
women.
yeah, for sure.
So, I ain't gonna name no name because I ain't gonna put them boys out there like that. But I got the 2 light skins up front. I got the Florida boy right here. I got the Jersey boys. And if anybody know how the Jersey boys get down, like, they get down. Then we got my boy from Detroit who was Babyface Ray V's before they was Babyface and Reed.
That boy had a well-versed crew.
You feel me? Like, they coming in this joint. And so, when I tell you, like, I ain't gonna say we had a spot that everybody pull up, but, or my room per se, because I ain't really let too many people in my room, because me and my roommate had it clean, like, we was one of them people, like, we ain't like a room messy. But, like, in our pod, it's always something going on. Like, when I tell you, like, always something going on, mind you, I'm at HBCU, so it's a dice game going on one night. Next night, it's 13 women in here. Like, next night, it's us out here all playing 2K with our doors open. So, like,
I'm glad we ain't go to the same HBCU.
Bro, that junk would have been sick. It would have been sick. Like, when I tell you, like, so then, you know, my brother is still in college too. He's still like a junior at this time or something like that. He like, man, y'all ain't more lit than us. I said, all right, bet. Watch this. Next day I call him. We haven't, like, mind you, this is like strict visitation rules. We got 40, 50, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Different groups of people. We got regulars coming in here. We got 40, 50 people. We throwing a little kickback in the dormitory when it's strict visitation. They putting girls in suitcases, rolling them up the elevator.
Yo, wait, suitcases?
Girls in a suitcase, rolling them up the elevator. You distract the RA right here. Hey, yo, go talk to the RA real quick. Sneak them in the back door. Then next thing you know, we found out one of the doors, the alarm doors, wasn't really working.
Oh, yeah, green.
Come in the back door. Come in the back door. Like, brother, like, when I tell you, like, it's some stories about
That's hilarious, bro.
That junk was, like, an experience.
That's hilarious.
Like, creativity to the max.
Hey.
We got to try to get the RA. Man, like, we live right above the one of the dining halls. So, you know, we struggling college students, 12 at night, 1 at night. We all get together. Like,
need it.
We might go down there and get some cereal.
Need it, you know what I'm saying?
We went down there one time, got some cereal, got gallons of milk. Somebody said, hey, yo, y'all want some fruit too? Why not?
Need it.
Filling our jugs up. We done got filled gallons of pink lemonade.
Oh, yeah, need that, all that. Need that. Powerade, need all that.
Powerade, like, junk, bro. Put them in mini fridges. So,
that's hilarious, fun, bro. My experiences, you know, of course, a little bit different. It was slim pickings with the women, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I'm kind of picky with
them. I'm about to tell you, especially with you.
All right, now.
I'm just saying, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but I had crossed, I came to Noops fall 18, so, you know, that kind of added a little different pizzazz to my college experience, you know what I'm saying? Going to different colleges and, you know, linking up with the Noops across South Carolina, like Big Al, Gamma Mu, Gamma Nu, you know, different chapters in the state, you feel me? And just having that, you know, it's good to have that bond with, like, different chapters, you know, in undergrad, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be that chapter that people don't know. Because it's just, when you travel, it's just like, who are y'all, bro? Like, then it's like, nobody know about y'all. Like, y'all, it's this thing, like, y'all good. Like, anybody know? Like, no, but it's just little stuff like that. But going to these different colleges and different places, it's just seeing how different people operate and going to different parties. It's just, parties never really my scene. The bars of the parties wasn't really my scene. So, like, I would have, like, I would deal with a lot of women, like, within my room, you know, type shit. So, like, I'll give you one story, for example. There's a lot of traveling stories I had with my Nuke homeboys, like, when we traveled, see different chapters and pull up to different parties. But just one in particular in my senior year. I was dealing with 2 girls. Now, before y'all say anything, before y'all say anything, you know how I move. I let both of them know, like, I don't want to let you. He can vouch for me. I ain't with the relationship. Like, anybody who know me know that. I done lost a lot of women off that too. You know what I'm saying? But they can never say I capped to them. I told them, like, I ain't really with the relationship right now. We can vibe, we can this and that. You know what I'm saying? But boom. So, mind you, both of them, it's funny because the ones who know these two, they know them. And it ain't that many people that know them, but the ones who know them know them. So, these was both of them was helping out like with folding the shirts and even one of them was doing my laundry. So like I was senior year, I had to keep. I was living senior year, bro.
Giving polygamous.
I started early. We gonna get into that though. But one night, okay, let me break it down, right? So
I remember this story.
I had lived on the second floor of a dorm room. The first floor was just offices, like administrative offices. The second floor is like, I think it was like the males' dorms, and the third floor was on the female dorm. So they had male and female living in the same dorm.
Yeah.
Like Newberry was real like lenient, bro. It wasn't no visitation hours, bro. It was Newberry was green, bro. Like anybody who went to Newberry know Newberry very green, bro. So yeah, bro. So
different, very different,
bro. You know what I'm saying? So one of them lived on the floor above me. The other one, she didn't even stay in the dorm room. The other one that didn't stay in the dorm room, she was in my room that night. You know what I'm saying? And we were just vibing, whatnot, whatever. You know, whatever. Just vibing, watching some TV or whatnot. So I told her. I don't know why I told her this, but I just had a feeling. I was like, I'm about to go to the bathroom. We had the hallway bathroom. We didn't have the bathroom in there. So I told her, I'm about to go to the bathroom. If somebody knocks, don't open the door. Don't open the door. I don't know why. I didn't talk to her that whole day, but I just had a feeling like, because I'm about to leave, just in case, don't open the door.
Don't open the door. Don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot.
So, you know, I'm thinking like, I'm not about to be gone that long. I'm just about to go to the bathroom. I'm about to take a picture and come back.
Everybody come back.
I come back.
Both of them sitting right there.
No. I come back and the girl that's in the room says, yeah, somebody had came and knocked on your door. I said, who was it? And that was a trick question. You're supposed to say, I don't know, because you weren't supposed to open the door. She said, oh, it's some girl. 2 minutes later, I came by to check on you. I see you had somebody in there, though. I said, oh, here we go, boy. Here we go. I said, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, yeah, I mean, I didn't know you was going to pull up. You know what I'm saying?
You just started telling the truth.
Yeah, I just like, what you want? I don't know. Like, yeah, she was in there.
Why did she open the door?
Yeah, that's the main, like, why did you open the door? So I'm looking at her like, you did that. See, they be doing, and that's it. Women are very territorial, bro. They do that shit on purpose, bro.
First of all, when you said that, right, it sparked the whole...
I'm going to do it now. That's what she thought, basically.
It was like a whole red flag situation for her. Like,
bro.
Oh.
Now I'm going to do it.
You expecting company?
Right.
Instead of, he told me not to open the door.
Yeah.
Because you tell a man not to open the door, he ain't going to open the door.
He going to do it.
I ain't going to lie. Me personally, you tell me, hey, brother.
I ain't going to do it.
Hey, Kobe, if somebody come around here, do this, that, and the third, don't open the door. I was going to open the door anyways.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I was going to ask if it was you.
Right, exactly.
But now I know if somebody not to say nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't in here.
Yeah, so that whole then
I know that was.
Yeah, but it's the thing, like, because I was honest with both of them, it was just like, I mean, you can get mad, but it's like,
I just told you.
You can only get so mad. That's why I like to be 100 with them, because it's like, okay, yeah, you got, because I understand, like, even if I tell you the truth, you're going to have that emotional.
Yeah, you do.
But it's like, it's only so mad you can't get, because
I
told
gave you the option.
You know, I always give the option. I always do.
I gave you the option. And I love, if you give a person the option, then that's all they can really ask for. Because then you had the option to either keep dealing with me or not.
Right.
And you chose to keep dealing with me.
Exactly. Which they always usually do. Especially when they can't find a dude that's
Yeah.
like, bro.
And so
You know what I'm
then,
saying? When you
but
want
then
to,
at that point though, it's like, how mad at me can you get, or do you really need to be turning that energy towards yourself?
exactly, because I mean, if a person tells you what's going on and you still involved in it, it's like, okay, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
That's crazy.
she couldn't really get too mad about it. Like, of course, she was in her feelings,
Yeah.
but next day or next two, she was
I
back
had
over.
some
You know
pop
what I'm
ups,
saying?
man. I had
Oh,
some
the pop-ups be
pop-ups.
crazy.
I had some pop-ups. And like I had some random pop-ups, like some pop-ups that shouldn't even been pop-ups.
Yeah,
And
like you wilding type of pop-up. Like, why is you doing this?
we don't even we not even on them
We
type of
not on that
terms.
type time.
We not even on like I had some pop-ups where it was like they was on some, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And
What are you doing?
what are you doing here? And why are you here?
Respectfully.
And and it was just like, what? And it's like I said, but what saved me a lot of times, my freshman year, was we had very strict visitation rules. So you gotta show your ID. They gotta come down. I gotta come down, sign you in, make sure write the time, go upstairs. At 12 a.m., everybody got to be gone. So it was very strict visitation rules.
That's crazy.
Now, when I got off campus, and really was on campus, but it was off campus. But when I got off campus, it was, hey, shawty, like, door unlocked.
Right.
I'm in here. You can pull up. Then you start replying to somebody else. Like, it just used to get hectic. But at the same time, I was at an HBCU to where, like, and then you couldn't really, like, even when I was off campus, we had like pet raccoons in our trash cans that really would scare women. So like you had to go to the gate to go see them. And now that was co-ed.
Right.
So then somebody seen you walking outside your apartment, like they could basically see you walking a girl inside. And then the girls used to think they was slick, but they was, I'm scared of the raccoons, come get me.
Yeah.
It was more so like, I want if you got any of your vibes in here, I want them to see me walking in with you. So it was just like, I started slowing that junk down the older I got.
Cause once the word get out, especially if you're a well-known individual, once somebody see you with somebody, bro, it's like,
it's pretty much a wrap. Yeah. It don't matter how they see
That's
you.
when I really, I always cherish my face card, but college when I really start realizing, like, I can't just be around, just be with anybody.
It don't matter how they see you though. Like it don't matter if y'all just like really vibed out.
Yeah, bro. If they see y'all together, it's like, oh, that's what's going on. No, we just.
God dang! What did it say? I can't help my cousin with the groceries.
Help my cousin with the groceries.
I can't help my cousin with the groceries. Like, golly,
bro.
that joke used to get.
That's why I say. It's like it's really like a high school, bro. It was a big high school, bro.
You can't even see nobody with nobody else without thinking like, oh, that's who they with now. Like, dang.
And it's always them couple females on campus who know everybody business.
Bro, they know it. Like they be there too. Like it's like. It's no way you just popped up and seen that. That man lived 20 miles away from campus but you knew exactly who was there, when they was there, how they was there, and what they was wearing. How?
Bro, it's like
you work for cheaters?
Yeah, why do you know all of this? What I don't know, but
you don't got no homework to do.
Yeah, bro. College was a great experience.
So
I call that my Zayway era. A lot of people call me Zayway that. Yeah. So it was a fun little experience. I like I say, bro, I wouldn't change it for the world. Like I would have loved to go to HBCU, but what I gained at PWI, just my customer base and the genuine love. They just had their homecoming this past Saturday.
Dang.
Yeah, so I'd rather pop back out when I'm having some real emotion.
No, facts, though.
Sometimes you gotta let people miss you a little bit.
You do, and then I want to pop back in like a couple years from now, like
100. Yeah,
I could just bring some, and I could really just enjoy it. I ain't worried about how much money I'm spending up there. I don't know. I want to show love.
Have a good time.
Yeah, I want to show love. I want love to be shown to me. And a couple of my friends, we're gonna put it together where we go up there.
A real deal trip, yeah.
Yeah, we just gonna have a good time. So
I'll be there for that. Because I want to do vlogs and stuff. We're
gonna do that. We're gonna do the whole thing. So we're gonna do the whole thing. That's gonna be a fun trip.
Yeah,
so we're gonna put it together, bro. It's in the works.
It's on the way. We just
for sure.
Just keep rocking with us. But This has been another episode. Y'all know how we do. We just get to talking and flowing, bro. We come in with a set topic, then we just go from there, bro. So this has been another episode of the Paradigms of Perspective Show at the Rim. I'm your boy Zay, man.
I'm your boy Kobe.
we gotta do something. We gotta figure out how we gonna do that.
The clap.
No, I'm saying when we doing the intro or doing the outro, like I'm Zay, or am I gonna say both names and you gonna say?
Nah, my bad. I ain't mean. All right, let's try again.
Hey man, it's been your boy Zay.
It's been your boy Kobe.
Hey, and we at the Realm, and we sign off the Paradigms of Perspective Show. Peace.
Let's do it.
We gonna leave that part.
Yeah, we might as well. Like we don't even know what we doing.
Some fools, bro. We just.